Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparenttrading on a Tuesday. This is the 17th of December in front of a Fed meeting tomorrow. Let's get right into the charts. S&P is basically in a trading range, more or less. Um, but that again is not. We've had rollover, so I'm showing you the contract specific chart here. Clearly in a range between 61.10, 61.70. We're bouncing off that as we speak. Tomorrow, obviously, the reaction to the Fed, which is expected to cut a quarter point. Um, More importantly, what are they going to do afterwards? Everybody's maybe looking at a pause, perhaps. Nasdaq still the stronger market. Even though a lot of stocks are down, it's just a very, very kind of a lot of rotation happening all across the board. Nvidia is still down today. You can look through all the tech stocks, aside from Apple, Tesla, just a handful of stocks are actually up today. And so, you basically have the same kind of dynamic here with the Nasdaq still kind of holding up the uh, the averages. Russell continues to kind of lag here, but nothing new here hasn't really changed much. And then Bitcoin kind of just churning at the old highs, not that far away, by the way, from uh, the previous high on Bitcoin futures. Again, I'm looking at Bitcoin futures was 105. So we're about a couple thousand above that. Whether they take it up higher or break it down, it seems to be kind of just pausing here. And as long as it doesn't kind of run away with kind of these blow off type of, here we had that first one and then it came off. We just haven't seen a lot of that. We had to see these consolidations. That usually leads to higher prices. So we'll see how that goes. And then rates, I've been talking about ad nauseum here for the 450, whether that changes tomorrow with the Fed. Still, again, stocks not really being impacted by that. Just not a ton of levels on the averages other than, maybe Russell at lower prices. Is trying to hold that level there after the rollover. That's a rollover gap, by the way. The dollar just churning here also. Just very challenged markets with regards to any kind of movement in the currencies. Obviously, that could change tomorrow if we get a jump in rates. I think that will rally the dollar. Also, silver been kind of just chopping around here, drifting lower with the stronger dollar. I think 30 is going to be a key support area in silver. Similarly, gold had a big pullback. They rallied it earlier in the month, and then that faded off of level I posted here, which is that guy right there. Came in very deep and then came out, 26.35 is going to be the deal here on that. And oil just back and forth. Also, I been mentioning oil. Now, if it holds around the 69 level and starts pausing here, it could set up for a breakout. Similar with nat gas today. Nat gas had a pretty nice move off of a level we posted in our group here. This 309, which is a tested level of that gap, held, and then we had a big run up. The key now is whether we can surpass 365. Really, you can see that massive resistance up here. That would translate to about 1530 on the UNG. So that would be your breakout point if, in fact, we are setting up for a breakout in that gas. Other than that, again, tomorrow's Fed meeting is going to be the trigger here, whether bullish sentiment is off the charts right now, ISE put call ratios, and so on and so forth. But again, that doesn't mean anything with momentum. The momentum stocks keep moving. One stock that you can look for to see if it's going to break momentum, which we kind of had this. This is one key here. We look like we were going to break this today, break the fever, so to speak, but it held up right at demand. And until that actually breaks down, has a major kind of daily reversal on the charts, which clearly is maybe the case here. I mean, you can make a case for maybe early sign, but the fact that we had no follow through today does negate that. Very similar to, again, we mentioned some of these reversals that happened earlier. Even Apple had a reversal, and that seems to be kind of holding up. They don't always work, obviously, but had a gap up. Now you got to really see if we can blow through 220 and start filling that gap. And then also Tesla, similarly, looked like it was ready to break down. This is another momentum stock, obviously. And again, it looked like it was ready to break. Oh, looks like it was ready to break down, and then it similar actually found buyers right at that demand zone right here in Tesla. It's up 19 point, which is nothing for this stock. So until these break down, you're probably not going to get any severe selling in the stock market. But this is the what to watch for in terms of kind of a momentum break on some of these high flyers, including Bitcoin, by the way. So as long as these things kind of hold up and find buyers, when and it will crack at some point for sure. The question, obviously, if we knew when, uh, you know, always the tricky part. So in any event, so again, watch out for the Fed tomorrow. Look for some of these breaks, and then some of these other correlated markets like nat gas, oil. Very interesting kind of dynamics. Interest rates also very critical here, but been very, very choppy. Maybe on the cusp, but we'll see tomorrow. Okay. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday. Take care.